So that's all. So anyway, so you did your first deal, which I was thrilled when I saw. I was away. I was in, I don't know where I was, and I had so little internet while I was gone that I would only get internet like once a day, once every 2-3 days when I would be in a cafe that said free Wi-Fi, and I was like, oh, let me log in. And I think you sent it, or one of you sent it saying it got done. I was like, oh, thank God, I got a deal done. So anyway, so first off, I wanted to ask you, where did the lead come from? How'd the phone call go? How'd you get in touch? How'd you get your appointment? And we'll start with that.
Oh, that came from my lead generator from the guy named Chris Willis. He found, I'm not quite sure what he uses. He has some lead generation that generates leads for him. So he got a $200 finder's fee for finding that one.
So he sent you an email and said, "There's a property."
Well, he texted to me.
He texted you. And then you called.
Yeah. Actually, I think I texted the guy Joe. I started on actually I called him, and then I just from the call I went and just texted him. He said it was easier to communicate that way.
And that's it. So you set an appointment.
Set an appointment.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. And he
Well,
got
and
hold
actually
to see if you could meet us there.
Right.
Set up an appointment that way, and then did the contract based.
Yeah, and I know I need to put my glasses on next time I try to do a contract.
And read through it so you get to know it better. So this way, you know.
I did, but that's why I was asking you.
Right.
I was so many questions because I why did I leave my glasses in the car?
And then you guys went to California. Is that where you went?
Florida.
Florida. Okay, so you
Actually get close, but we were on vacation.
nice. So then you left for Florida, and then you handled it.
Yes.
And so, what did you do to market it, to get it done? How many people did you show it to? What's the whole process?
So I made the Craigslist ad, and we were in the process of getting the white signs to write on. Before I could even put the signs out, I had 3 calls. The first call, the guy wanted to see it the very next day, but then he was a no-show. Another person called and flopped too. We set up an appointment, and then I didn't hear from him. The third lady called when we were going to get the signs, and she was serious, like you could tell. And so she wouldn't seen it. I gave her the lockbox code. She wouldn't seen it without me. Called back, asked a bunch of questions. She was very interested. And I just basically would talk to Joe, talk to her, talk to Joe, and just kept meeting in the middle because she wanted to change some stuff. So I got him to come down, got her to bite. And then once I got the deal, I pretty much Joe was still showing it to people. He had appointments of his own. He was still trying to sell it. So once I got her to say yeah, he was like, "Is she serious? Because I have an appointment tonight and I don't want to cancel it." So I ended up actually convincing her to put down the rent down payment that day to lock him in from stopping. So she put down the rent amount. I went and picked it up, took it to him, so he stopped. And then the day we set our appointment, I actually got all the rest of the money, gave her the keys and everything.
Excellent. So 3 calls total.
3 calls.
Fantastic. And the total assignment fee?
It was 40.
3,200.
3200. It was 1600.
46,
It
but
was
then he got the 14, and there
It was
was
46.
excellent.
Which
That's
actually-
fantastic.
And now she's on my crew. She sends me pictures of for sale signs or for rent signs.
That is fantastic. Okay, good deal.
But I think the Craigslist ad might still be active too.
No,
Good
I took
deal.
it down because I had to
yeah.
get another call. I had to delete it.
That's fantastic. Good
But
stuff.
said,
See, I was
said,
curious
"Oh,
about
for
the whole
Craigslist
process
ad,
and how
I don't
long
know
it
if you
took.
went back on and took
Because
it down.
if nothing more, this is why I wanted everybody to be here tonight, but I know I didn't put this out till last minute. Because you guys were the ones that actually did it, so it would benefit them even more just to see that it's real and how easy it actually is to get them done. Once you can get that contract, getting them done, 3 calls. 3
And I didn't
calls.
even put the sign up.
Not even, yeah, you didn't even put up signs, you didn't take 3 months, you didn't have to show it to 3,000
And I never
people,
saw the
3
house.
phone calls.
I went to the house
You never
today
saw the house?
to pick the money up. I met her at the house to give her the keys. I had never seen the house before that. And she knew that.
Oh,
Well,
you
like I
should
told her, I said, well, to be honest with you, I'm selling it for the owner. Because she was asking me about the carpet and stuff. I said, to be honest with you, tell me all your questions and I will ask him because I haven't seen the house. She's like, well, yeah, you should go look at it. I never saw the house. She didn't care. We met that day at the house. I looked and she was telling me, oh, yeah,
Did
we
you
signed,
look
got
at
the
the pictures
money,
on the Craigslist?
and gave her the keys, and that was it.
Fantastic.
You didn't look. Did you look at the pictures on the Craigslist ad?
Yeah, I saw the pictures, but I meant like,
Oh yeah,
personally.
physically.
Well, that's good stuff.
All
So,
the flooring is
so
all-
having had done that now, even though you didn't do the full process and you didn't do the full process, but you both did part of it, does that seem something to you that seems real, fairly easy, that you can go out and do it?
Yeah,
So have you
especially when you're
pursued more of
holding-
them now? Have you pursued more? Are you working on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I went
Making-
ahead and got the Z and did Z buyer for a month.
Z-Buyer's good. I mean, you get leads every day. It's just
like it, that you have to
And
pay
that
every
guy,
month
Chris,
for it.
he lives in Newport News, he sends, I don't, like where I know.
He's
met
over in
him
Newport News.
through a lead generator, but he's almost daily.
I think
He sent
he's
Andrew one that was a
interested.
short sale, and Andrew said immediately that we don't.
I told him
do
about the short
sales.
sale so he wouldn't get in trouble, cause he actually wants to do it like full, be an investor.
right.
When you put your fall seminar out, I was gonna give him the dates and everything for that too.
Yeah, well, now that you paid him, he's on it now to
Yeah,
get the job, yeah.
And we told him, I said, no, the lease with options are gonna be, their payout is this lower. The wholesales are where the more money is in, so now he's excited.
Excellent. Well, you guys need to be, because
I know,
again,
he
it's
said
not a
one
fortune,
thing about an
but
apartment building too.
you can go out and find one. If you make enough phone calls, you can go and pull one off and make another $3,000 next week. You can do it.
And the thing about the lease options, like, we messed up on our first wholesale from improperly doing our comps and thinking we had a deal. With the lease option, you don't have to do no comps. It's just like, look, this is how much it is to get into this house, and I like that. But I do want to know, like, what can we do better to stop having these mistakes with these wrong comps and making sure we're giving the correct offer, because we're getting the activity, but we don't want to keep giving the wrong numbers and stuff.
First, most important thing is going to be getting MLS access.
That's what I was about to say,
Yep.
because Zillow is so off.
Yeah, MLS access is going to make all the difference in the world. Because without that, you can only see, I mean, what Zillow shows and all those show, they just show the actives and they'll show their Zestimate, but MLS is going to show you the actual sales, including the distressed sales, which is really what you're looking at.
So I have
Yeah.
a question about the lease options. How does it work when it comes to paying the taxes on the lease options? Like being that there's no really,
The property tax,
yeah.
exactly the same as if it was a rental. The landlord, the seller, the landlord is still going to be responsible for paying everything.
That was actually a question she asked me in the house when we were signing. She
Yeah.
actually asked me that, and I said, you know what, that's a great question.
So the